Your father told you to hide under the table, but he climbed on top of the wardrobe. He's using you two as decoys. That thing crawls along the ground. Chapter 18. The altar. The red cloth brushed against my forehead like a dead hand. River's fingers dug into my arm hard enough to leave bruises. I couldn't breathe, couldn't think. The voice's words were still echoing in my skull, each syllable a hammer blow. He's using you two as decoys. That thing crawls along the ground. Above us, I heard the wardrobe doors creak. The sound of my father's weight settling onto the old wood, his breathing deliberately slow and shallow, trying to make himself invisible. He'd put us under the table. He'd told us she couldn't bend down. He'd said we'd be safest here. He'd lied. Grandma's slippers scraped across the threshold. 1 step. 2. The floorboards groaned under her weight, and I could hear something else now, a wet, dragging sound, like meat being pulled across whetstone. That hadn't been there before. That hadn't been there when she was hunting Uncle Garrett. She was changing. River made a sound. Small. Terrified. I clamped my hand over his mouth, pressing so hard I could feel his teeth through his lips. His eyes were wide and white in the darkness under the table, tears cutting clean tracks through the dust on his cheeks. Don't make a sound, I wanted to tell him. Don't move. Don't breathe. Don't exist. But it was too late. Grandma stopped moving. The dragging sound ceased. The silence that followed was worse than any scream. It was the silence of a predator who has caught the scent. Oh, she breathed. The voice was Grandma's, but it wasn't. The pitch was wrong, the rhythm wrong. The warmth that had always lived in her throat scraped away until only gravel and hunger remained. Oh, I smell them now. Little ones. Sweet ones. Her hands appeared under the edge of the red cloth. They weren't Grandma's hands. They were too long, the fingers bent at angles that shouldn't be possible, the nails black and thick like talons. The skin was the color of old bruises, mottled and weeping, and where the joints bent, I could see something moving beneath the surface, something that had no business being inside a human body. I pressed River's face into my chest. I closed my eyes. I waited. The hands paused, twitched, retreated. Not here, Grandma's voice muttered, confused now, almost petulant. I thought, no, they're not here. A long pause. I could hear her breathing, wet and labored, like someone drowning from the inside. The cupboard, she decided. Little ones love cupboards. The slippers scraped away. The door groaned. And then she was gone. I didn't move. I didn't dare. My whole body was shaking, my ears straining for any sound, any hint that she was still there, still waiting. Above us, I heard my father let out a long, shuddering exhale. The wardrobe creaked as he shifted his weight. I wanted to scream at him. I wanted to crawl out from under this table and grab him by the throat and ask him how he could have done this to us. His children. His own children. He put us on the ground because he knew that whatever was wearing Grandma's skin was hunting low. But I couldn't move. I couldn't speak. I could barely breathe. And then the voice came again.